Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back here today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out Werewolf, the Apocalypse Retaliation, a world of darkness, visceral, and violent role-playing dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. So, don't know what World of Darkness means. It's a role-playing dungeon crawler. So it's a dungeon crawler game for 1 to 4 players. Okay, I bet it's going to have a lot of minis. I'm not that excited, honestly. I'd love to know what mechanism it is, aside from it's just a dungeon crawler. I'd like to know the time length. I'd like to see some minis. I'd like to know a lot of things about the game, aside from the fact that it's Werewolf. So, as always, when we go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
Brothers.
Actually, I take that back. They did convey to me that the box is very large on the main image, which means I have in my mind a higher shipping price already. So they did do a good job on that, at least.
Sisters of Ashira's Caern, friends of the Yosemite, we believed the apocalypse was a myth. We were so wrong. Ignorant, on the brink of extinction. And yet, we still stand. And while we stand, we fight. The time for revenge is now. Time for war and glory. Time for retaliation. Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation is a world of darkness, visceral, and mature narrative dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players.
So this is a small box. Okay. I don't have an issue with that. This is a small box. I'm pretty sure these minis are like the size of the minis from Destiny's. Like the tiny minis, which is totally fine. I'm sure these look like tinier dice. Okay. I don't have an issue with that. I love a small box game. That's honestly the only thing that I gave you kudos for in the main image because I thought you had a big box. Let's go look at that box. It looks like a big box to me. That looks like a big old honking box full of freaking minis. This box, not as much.
Your narrative dungeon crawler.
Maybe when they zoom, maybe that is a bigger box.
For 1 to 4 players. In this role-playing board game, every choice you make will have an impact on the story.
No, that's gotta be a much larger box. It's just the 3D rendering. Something, the trick of the eyes there. But let me know what you thought. I thought it for sure this was a small game.
In this, every choice you make will have an impact on the story.
Ooh.
Customize.
Now, I did like that shot, focusing on how thick that storybook
Role-playing
is.
board game, every choice you make will have an impact.
So I saw the player reference board, I saw the different player boards with special thematic ways to keep track of your scores.
On the story. Customize your character. Pick your miniatures, 1 for each of your Guru form. Then choose your tribe, your moon-given role, and your backstory. Set up your character sheet and place your starting attributes and skills. Your journey begins with the whole Yosemite Caern in ruins. Your sect suffered numerous losses and most buildings were destroyed.
I'm in now. Storybook took Asians of Smersh size thick. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. This has been great. Since we got to the components, just great.
Track your progression through the entire campaign with the Caern board. Level up and get ready for the final battle. In Retaliation, you'll encounter various NPCs and unlock many investigation areas. Use your social skills or discover hidden secrets to open new ways to progress. Use the scenario booklet to refer to the corresponding events, dialogues, or investigations.
I'm in. Small things come in big packages. Wait, reverse that, LOL. This looks fantastic. Like, this looks great. I love all the text I'm seeing. I love the fact that it feels like this world was created and we're just going to get dropped into it. And there's just tons for us to explore. Really leaning on that role-playing word there. Here, the role-playing dungeon crawler, and I like that.
When you interact with the Enigma...
This looks like a hell of a fun adventure to go through, either by yourself, because it's solo, or with your kids, potentially, with your game night. This is great.
Tables. Some spirits might expand your capacity to interpret signs and open paths inside a scenario. Above all, Retaliation is a cooperative board game based on tactical choices and intense combats. Choose your
those are... I can't tell the size of everything!
Combat tactics and weapons to inflict powerful damage on your enemies. Use your gifts and your rage to enhance your abilities, but keep an eye on your corruption tracker. A werewolf pack operates as one in the pursuit of honor.
So I feel like there's a point in a Kickstarter video, the main video, where you talk too much about the rules. You go a little bit too in depth, and I feel like we've gotten to that point with this. I'm like, okay, I'm lost now.
And wisdom. Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation is a one-of-a-kind experience. A visceral, story-driven dungeon crawler set in the world of darkness.
See, that box looks different on the sides. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, I'm sure they will hopefully clearly show us the box in here, but it's already raised $277,000. Doing fantastic. Flyos Games, we're a Montreal-based game studio. We design, edit, and publish original board games. 5 created, 42 back. Let's check it out. Survive Until Daylight, Vampire the Masquerade Chapters, Until Daylight, and Quittin. Let's make sure people got their stuff. Updates. Sud News. Welcome back to the Sud Update. This month we worked on the stories, the game balance, and started to optimize the returning details. So this one is not out yet. Okay. Cool. Just good to know. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is what it is. People like to know. So one project pending. Werewolf Apocalypse is now live. Creation Diary. We've been busy this month, and our partners too. The game is now officially fully translated. So this one's not out either. And this was the big $1 million project. So really, they're pushing out another project that they were probably hoping was going to be $1 million project before. Wait, is this? So this has shipped. Has this shipped or not? Increased shipping fees last 3 days. That sucks. They got bit by that. Let's check out the comments. I'm still trying to figure. I don't think people have this yet. When are the copies available for pickup in Montreal? Back the Werewolf project looks great. Lots of chapters. Let the countdown begin. I'll be there. Is there a way to see if I've done it all I'm supposed to do to get it? I'd also like to know if there's a way to make sure everything is up to date. So this one is not out yet. So there's 2 projects not out. Until Daylight then surely must be out. If Survive Until Daylight is out, then Until Daylight must be out. Post for backers only. Hate that. Until Daylight survey. We need your input. Last update. What's next? So this is from 2019. So this one is out. Great. And then Quittin, I imagine, is out as well. Okay. So can you do it? Yes, they've done stuff in the past. This is one of those ones where I definitely want to go to Board Game Geek and see what kind of ratings we're getting here. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get back to the story. Werewolf the Apocalypse is a mature narrative dungeon crawler. Customize your character, become a brutal, shape-shifting warrior, fight dreadful enemies in an epic adventure where your choices have an impact on the branching campaign with over 30 unique scenarios. An unforgettable cooperative board game for 1 to 4 players. 30 minutes per player. That's not bad at all. 1 to 4 players. Okay, looks good. Looks cool. Hopefully they'll let me know the size of the box. Crunchy and violent. Don't miss it. So, crunchy. So it's thinky and violent. Don't miss it. Got it. More aggressive, more wild, more dangerous. Then what? Intense and rewarding combat. Another gem of an RPG in a box. So at least that one's telling me something about the game. What's in the box? 1 game box. So there it is. 350 by 270 by 150. Can we please convert this to inches as well? Just because the majority of the people are probably here from the United States of America. Typically. Let's see. 375 inches. So it is a 137-inch box. That seems a bit off. I feel like the shipping's probably going to be pretty rough on that one. That's because we're doing millimeters. Yeah, your boy is not good at stuff that was in high school. I did very poorly in high school. I did much better once I got to college. So 13-inch box. This is a big box. So it's 13 inches one way. Oh, dang it. I'm starting to figure this out. So 13 inches... long way. And then, okay, so this is a pretty hefty box. And then 150, okay. So 12 miniatures, 12 character cards, 4 character boards, 16 character sheets, 20 cube trackers, dice things, 180 bribes, 1 Caern board, Caern and random events, 60 of them, initiative token. Did you tell me the price? We haven't got to the price. Man, that's annoying. Hopefully they get to the price at the end of this. I want to know. So you got the little hex bases to put the little thingies in the spots, the sand timer, the 30-pack strategy cards, the 30 scenario booklets, 40 to 60 pages. That's a lot of pages. That's a lot of good pages. I like that. Okay. 200 item and effect cards. That's nice. These are like the smaller cards. One storybook, 90 pages. So we're getting 150 pages of lore there. That's great. That's fantastic. I'd lead with that. Then we got the expansion pack. Oh, is this where you get that big box that's on the front if you get all this stuff? So this one comes with more minis and another scenario. And so this is so annoying. Why do companies do this? This is so perplexing to me. We don't say the price of the pledge level, but then we start to talk about the price of the add-ons. At least they converted the currencies. Kudos on that. But I want to know the price. And I know, obviously, you can go here to support, but if you're on iOS or if you're on mobile, you do not see that. That's an extra click, so it needs to be interweaved into the story. $39, we get another thing. We get another thing. This is just, it's things. You get more stuff. Hey, you want more stuff? You want more of these? Things that you're going to like with werewolves. Just, oh, you want the more of the things? Here's more of the things. How many of these are there? It's getting me like a, what is it? That Final Girl, that solo game for Van Ryder Games. It's getting me a little bit of that vibe, except with each of them being unique and interesting, the exact opposite. Each of these feels very generic and boring, and I don't, so, I see. This is the one where you get the person with the mask on. That's cool. That's what I was, this is the Black Furries. And maybe if you're like hardcore to the werewolf universe, this makes a whole bunch more sense and cool. But to everybody else, it's like, yeah, there's more stuff. So where's the pledge level where I just get all this crap? Because I know that's here. Wow, those are nice coins. All tribe satchels seems a bit much, but whatevs. Terrain minis, those are hot. I want that in Winnebago. Not for $69 though. That's a lot. Especially when I go back to thinking that I think these minis are small. Painted miniatures. Whoa! You get them painted? Now that's hot. That's hot. That scares me a little bit. I'm getting a little concerning here. We got, and I hate to be that person, but I gotta be that person. When you have a $1 million Kickstarter project that hasn't shipped out yet, and then you have another project that hasn't shipped out yet, and then you're having another project that has painted minis, it has the game, it has terrain minis, you're making satchel bags, these look like custom satchel bags, they're going to be things that you could purchase. These might just be Alibaba, whatever, same with the metal dice set. But that's a lot of, and these ones could actually be extras. I don't know. Anywho, they're making a lot of things when they haven't set out all the things that they already said they were going to make, and that always concerns me a little bit. Marvel Snap, what's up, Pete? The story. It all started with Screams of the Dark, how it went, so we're talking theme. I just want the price still. You're going to make me go over here? Is that I'm going to make me click. You're going to make me click, aren't you? All right, we'll click. So 262 people sitting on the fence. We got $149. Wow. Yeeks. Oh. Isn't this a small box? I need 100% clarity on the exact size of this box right freaking now. Because $150 for what looked like a small box. So I don't think this is. So it's 350 by 270. So it's 270. So it's 13 by 10. And then how deep is it? 150. It's 5 inches deep. Okay, so that's a big box. And for whatever reason, something was not clicking here. Something looks smaller. Okay. So that's about what I'd expect to pay for this. Now I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. The minis are probably bigger than I'm expecting, 112. Okay, that seems Kickstarter reasonable. That seems what I'd expect to pay right there. And then I'm going to guess what are we getting, $350 for the big one? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We actually have the useful stuff down here at the bottom. We're talking theme, rule booklet. Love seeing that. Difference with chapters. Hey, this is where we're explaining what's different. Or no, this is the other game that hasn't released. Whereas Vampire the Masquerade chapter is more focused on playing through a story of intrigue and unraveling a mysterious conspiracy, Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation is all about the story that you create through the game's unique customized... Okay, we're talking about what's the difference between the two games. That seems like an odd thing to talk about. All right, Vampire... Oh, maybe because people just assumed they were rethemed or something? I don't know. What is this? This is a preview? I don't know. Is it gameplay?
Hello.
Nope, not what I want. Play now. Scenario. Cool. So this is, you can play them on tabletop. That's great. Do love that. Pledges. Here we go. So 150. I'm underwhelmed. Oh, but that's Canadian. So 109. I'm still, like, I know that's what I expect to pay for this because it's got a bunch of minis and it's a Kickstarter game and it's a 13 by 11 and 5 inches thick and it's going to be heavy and I'm going to have to pay for shipping. But I don't know. It looks like a really cool game. The game looks cool, but something about it just, I don't know. It's just not hitting me. So then we have 4 of the boxes. I thought there was more than 4. So this is 4 of the boxes. You get, so $196, you get everything. That's about what I'd expect to pay. Then we have the everything box, which comes with all the terrain. Fantastic. This is actually great. This is exactly what I want. And I feel like they sold that pretty well. Like if I'm already getting all the expansions, it's an extra $90 and I can go fully thematic. Actually, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. I am going to make a prediction. No, this one's still the most popular pledge level. So 289 and then 418 and then 507. Yeah, the all-in pledge. So good for them. They do have most of the people there. It's not an overwhelming majority of people because honestly, that's a big price jump there. The 196, the $90 pledges, the $90 price jump, and I'm getting some bags, some dice, some coins, some random pieces of terrain, and some painted minis. Yeah, this is a lot. Stretch goals. So this is where they're gonna get you. So you're gonna get extra minis. 2 minis of a black spiral dancer sculpted by. So they've already hit an extra mini. So I feel like that. So I feel like this could be impressive if they just put everything together. Like, hit me with the price, then hit me with all the components, and then hit me with the fact that we've unlocked this. We've unlocked a full playable scenario. You know, what is this? Is this an hour, 3 hours? I'd like to know something like that. Because these are great stretch goals. Concept art, not you. Card linen finish, that's nice. Reviews, we sent a physical prototype to 4 reviewers. They also test the digital version of the game, so it's a preview. This is it what I want? Nope, that's a preview. Is this a preview? That's a preview. Is this a preview, but in a different language? You said it! It's not what I want. I just want the gameplay. I want to know what the hell's going on. And I said, oh, it's spoilerific. Look, that's fine. I can have the first 45 minutes to 90 minutes of this multi-hour game spoiled if I'm willing to take that risk. You know, I feel like not having a gameplay video, that's concerning to me. Meet the team, so there's a personal touch, but it looks very slick and clever, which is not, you know, I don't know. Why back us now? That's a good thing. Top 10 indie publishers you should know. Okay. I should make a list like that. That's a really good idea. Well, first time on Kickstarter, shipping and VATs. Here we go. So the final cost, so we stopped converting the currency. That's a bit annoying right here. You've converted the currency the entire time. So let's see. The 37, so what is 49 Canadian? 49 Canadian to US. It is 36. Okay. So final thing, we're looking around $140 for the base game. Doesn't seem great, but it seems Kickstarter reasonable. Yeah. Sales and taxes, so you are going to have to pay sales and taxes. So that you're going to get, so okay, not included in there. So it's actually even more. Flyhouse, One Tree Planted, Risk and Challenges. Cool. After almost 3 years of chapters developed, Flyhouse is back and better than ever. We have assembled a team that's ready to make sure everything goes according to plan. Retaliation is still got a long road ahead to be fully finished. Oh, this is the gate. No, yeah, so this is Werewolf. Okay, got it. Check out, there's no FAQ, no questions at all. This just launched today, so that makes sense, because you wouldn't have questions yet. You would assume you put everything on the page. Price kind of feels like you're getting charged for the WAD name. I agree with that. The Werewolf of the Apocalypse. It does not seem like a great price. 2 and 12, 47, 45. Wow, so we got the really big engagement there. I'm going to guess that these are the die-hard Werewolf fans? Question mark? This game has been in development since February 2022. There's still a lot of work to put on narratively, artistically, and gameplay-wise. Stretch goals. Now that the game is fun, it's time to unlock the stretch goals. As you can see, we already played 4 of them. Dailies. In order to keep the campaign exciting and engaging, we're thrilled to announce the dailies. Every day will involve the backers in the creation of a new game asset. You're invited to share all your ideas for an item, a weapon, an enemy NPC in the comment section below. We will collect all the best ideas and submit them to a vote every day. Wow! The most upvoted will then be sketched and later on produced in the game. This is how you get that big 45 right there. That's some great engaging ideas right there. That's a full, that's a half-point grade bump up right there. I've been a lot of things I haven't liked. This is fantastic. I love, wow, and this. What the hell is this? This is the first time I've looked at a mini of any of your minis, and it's like the rest of them. And maybe that's it. Maybe like the minis just didn't impress me that much because it's like, they're all just werewolves. Like, wow. This is the first time I've actually stopped and stared at one of the minis, which I don't think is a good thing when it's a $140 mini game. I see the changing breeds were covered by the previous comment. Good chainsaw duel, great. And they're not only are they bringing people in here and they're commenting, but they're responding on it. They're just saying, thanks for the idea, very interesting idea, great. So they're churning this. That's what you want to see there. That's how you get engagement. You know, love a lot what they're doing there in the updates. Check out the comments, see how that's going. Question, once the campaign is over, the Tribes expansion became available. The Pledges manager for purchase definitely will be. This looks absolutely gorgeous, and both me and my wife are beyond excited. My bank account already hates me, so these are people who are just super excited about it. I go down and can jump. All right. Final grade for Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Retaliation. Going back to the video. Yeah, the video had a lot of good shots. The shot of the book. The size was a little bit, that might have just been me. Lots of minis. So, do I want it? Yeah, it looks like a really cool, after the video I wanted it. After seeing that big storybook and knowing that this is something I could play through it solo, upgrade, progress characters, it looks like a really fun game. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? And that's where we got to do it. I said I was going to do it earlier, and then we did not get around to it, but I feel like that is one of the big things for me. I want to see what the track record is, what their previous games look like, because this does not seem like a great price to me. This does not seem like something that I'm immediately going to be wowed by. All of those videos were previews. The quotes were incredibly uninspiring. So I'm just curious to see what their previous games are rated. And then the fact that they're pushing this out before they push out their $1 million one, like that always so Kuwetin. Let's check what this one is. Kiwetin. Kuwetin is the number 9,338 game. That's very low. Let's check out what else they've done. The number 11,835th game, the number 11,869th game, the number 14,008. Oh my goodness! Wait, how is this ranked already? Is this out? Have people played this? Look at buy your pledge updates. So this one's not. So you can't look at the rating on that one because that one's not. Well, I guess you could if people have played it. I don't know. Anywho. That definitely is something where their track record doesn't really. It scares me a little bit, like when it's like, because this is not being in the 9,000, 11,000 spot. That doesn't mean the game is bad. It by no means the game is bad. It just means it's hit or miss, and it misses more than it hits for a lot of people. All right, final grade. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yeah, I do believe so, but there's definitely some red flags, some concerning things there. How much is it? Not great. The campaign page, not particularly fun to navigate. You made me look for stuff. Shipping's buried at the bottom. And here's the other thing. I'm going to give this a grade, and I want you to let me know in the comments below what's your grade, but also, are you a Werewolf the Apocalypse fan? I have no attachment to the IP in any way, shape, or form. But gameplay-wise, this looks fun. And I feel like they did some good stuff in the video, so I'm going to give this one a C-, I think. Yeah. I think I'm going to C-. It's maybe D+ with the... I'm going to go C-. They got good customer service, it looks like. They're responding to people. But this one, I'd be interested to try this one out. But let me know in the comments below what's your final grade on this one. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Have a good one.